Hello Stamper, welcome to Frenchie's video. I'm Franz Martin, independent demonstrator with Stamping Up at frenchiestamps.com. Well, what to call this video today? I have no clue, but I know that I get a lot of tips to share with the Bouquet of Thanks. So I absolutely love this stamp. It is a one stamp. You can find it. It's with the background stamp on page 116-17. We get the background and it's right here. Most of the stamps in the catalog, they're shown at the actual size. But when it comes to the background stamp, it's shown at 50%. And so really, if you look at, if it would be a full, let me show you one. So that's going to give you a good clue. It's pretty much the size of a card base, okay? So the size, I'm going to say it's 5 by 7. Let me double check. It is 4.5 by about 6. 4.5 about 6. That's the background stamp size. 4.5 about to 6. So like this, it look a bit smaller because you get, you know, around it's plain. So with that being said, I got many tips to share with the background stamp. And the main thing for this one, it's say thank you. So we're going to alternate that and change the thank you to just a note. And I am using the stamp set Go-To Greeting. So the best advice I can say for the stamp set, it would have to be about, and I'm saying about, to fit in the banner there. So just a note was perfect. I would say not more than like 1.5 by about 3/8 would be plenty. Really just below 1/4 and 3/8. But if you put your stamp on it, you know, you're going to see, okay, it's going to fit or not. Another thing that you can do, it's stamp one like this one here. I had the halo around, so that's, you know, you can test your see if it fit. But let's get started. Like I said, I get many tips, so I hope you're going to stick around because I get many tips to share about this stamp, and it would apply to not just for this stamp. For some of the tip, it's going to apply for some of background stamp. So when it comes to a background stamp, because it is so big, usually I like to work in the corner. Well, because it's so big, it's hard to fit right in the corner, so I go more in the center. So if you get temporary glue, you can put that on your, I like to use the grid paper, or you can cut paper, whatever. I don't like to put glue on my surface there. So you can even cut some paper if you don't have the grid paper for this. But I recommend the grid paper. You're going to see why in a minute. So, okay, if you don't have temporary glue, you can always use tape glue and do just a little dots. You don't need much, okay? And then I'm going to put that, I like to go in the corner to the corner. I'm looking, okay, from the first and then 2 on that side. So then if I go off a bit, I can place it back, but that you would have to be exact. The reason also that I don't like to use my magnet, I'm not a magnet fan to start with, but number 2, it's because this is so big that I would have to be just right. And then if I want to do many of them, it's long to take the magnet. I'm all about time saving, put it that way. Okay, so now I'm going to remove that because we want to cover the thanks, okay? So I got here the masking paper. This I have to laugh, okay? I'm going to share it with you all because it's too funny. You get the protection sheet, see? And I pulled that out of the pack here, and I was like, I don't see how that works. It's don't come apart. Well, doy. Okay, this is just an insert, whatever, to make it stronger to be shipped and so on, okay? So don't do like what I did. Try to peel that apart and so on, because it's not working. It's a protection, it was in the back. But I laughed so much, I was about to call Stampin' Up and say, this is not working. But you're going to see the one that it's split in the center there. We don't need the whole thing. And so I don't want to waste all that. So what I'm going to do is just take a piece here. And this, it's plenty big here. I'm going to say I went about 1 inch to the center there. It's going to be plenty big. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put that, oh, I had 2 sheets. See? You just need 1. But you get the front and the back. So if you're not sure the front and the back, you can always, and really this one, it matter, don't matter. I'm going to show you the proper way in case if you get a stamp set that matter. Okay, so this is sticky here. And so this going to go face down, okay? So now I'm going to reverse that, and you're going to understand in a minute why I'm reversing that. I want to make sure that. Okay, so now I'm going to leave that there. Now I love to use spot. You can use a big ink pad. Absolutely, you could use that. When it comes to any stamp on the stamp apparatus, that it's big, small, medium, if I use this, a lot of time I rock this and I get all messy, okay? So I prefer to use my spot. You can use buy this plain spot, or if you're a paper pumpkin, you get one different color every month, right? Well, sometimes they rotate, but you know what I mean. So if you don't have any of the ink spot and you would like to have the ink spot, you can buy the blank one, meaning that they don't have the ink on it, and you use your re-inker and add ink to it. So now, this tip I'm about to share, it's going to blow your mind. Some of us got a hard time holding little object, and we got many that got kind of arthritis and so on, so it's kind of tedious to hold this. So Sheila Brown shared this amazing tip with me. Velcro and a Velcro there. This is a dauber. So what you would do with your dauber, let's say you get some old dauber, whatever, you just peel this off, okay? Peel the foam off. So if you get some old dauber, if not, well, use a new dauber, because trust me, you want to have 2 daubers, and I'm going to explain to you why. These 2 daubers, one it's the soft, one it's the stiff, because you're going to use all your Velcro. So sometimes you're going to need the stiff to put right here. And sometimes you're going to need the soft because you get the other piece there. Because if you just have one of the dauber, then you're going to waste all of one or the other, right? So this way you get one of each. So anytime you use your Velcro, you can put, you know, in the back of this. Now you just need 2 daubers, and then you can put just the Velcro in the back of all your spot, okay? But that's the reason why you want to have 2 of the daubers, so then when it comes to put in the back of your spot, you can put the soft one, the front or the back on all of them, and you're going to have the attachment use. Okay, so you're going to put this here, and then you can put your finger in or not, but I like to put my finger in, see, and then I just tap, see, oops, yeah, I need to do this here, just tap this on. Now you're gonna go ahead and do this, and the reason why that you want to stamp that, so now we're going to be able to do our mask. You want to make sure that you really wash the tanks there, because you don't want that on another paper, right? That's the whole thing here that we want to change our greeting. Okay, so now I'm going to take this and we're going to cut this right at the thank you, because this is a tight one. So you're going to cut this. This is going to play for your mask. You can use it more than once. And I was like, how am I going to do the mask if I don't know where it go on the paper? Don't worry, we're going to put that in the back of the stamp. So now let's remove this. So now it's sticky, so now it's exactly the size that I need. I'm going to put that right there, and it cover my things. See? So it stayed there. Now I'm going to use my cardstock here. We're going to put that right here. And then we're going to stamp. Okay. Now this is going to sound funny, but you're going to learn from my mistake. I did many mistakes, and that's how I learned. I want to make sure it's all inked properly. Now, before you go smack that there, you have to remove this here. You can use your pick tool here, and whoops. Here we go. You can save that because you can use that again. You don't have to have a new one, you know. Now we're going to stamp this. Et voila. So, I still have a little halo there. I'm going to make that work better though. So if that happened, I can trim my rubber. I must have put ink there. I got what it's called a sand eraser, 512A from Tombow. I got mine on Amazon. Maybe you can find one at a shop, like an office thing. It's just good for very little like smear. It's not good like if you make a big one. You have to be soft because it's a sandpaper eraser. So, but sometimes even a little one, it's okay. So now, okay, I got one. Let's see how, see, you just ripped that. How are we going to do a second one? Like I said, you do not need to have a new one. You can take this and use it back to your paper right here. And then we're going to go back. And I see where I get. Okay. Now I see where I get some right here. See this here? Here we go. Now we're gonna close that. Oh, see? Oh, I got it on time, I think. Kind of. You have to remove this. Told you not to do that, right? Always remove your mask. Et voila. Oh, here I can have more. See, right there, I don't have enough ink. So that's what the beauty about the Stampin'Up is. You can come right back and boom. That is it. Okay, now let me share some card that I done with this. Well, first let's add, so I got just a note. If you want to have different greeting, like I said, look for some tiny greeting that you get. Now I'm going to put that there. If I would color the banner, I like to color first though. But here it is. How simple it is, right? Now you can, okay, so this one here, this is color with blends. This one is just stamp on Daffodil Delight with Night of Navy, and I use the decal. That's going to be a thank you card I'm going to do. Here is what I wanted to share. Even if it's a big background stamp, you can use just portion of it. And let me show you something. Now, I'm going to put that on my, we're going to clean it first. And look for the inside of the card. Because now I don't want the brown. So I'm going to bring Flirty Flamingo. And the reason why Flirty, that's the card that I got over here. So let me remove this. See this one that I put just a note. I'm going to bring a scrap paper here. And I'm going to ink. Okay. Now I'm going to go in the corner of my card. So even if it's a big background, see how beautiful this stamp is? You can use just portion of it. You don't have to use the big shebang. You can just use portion of it. So this here, I cut this part of the flower. So some of it that, you know, if you rock too much, you can, don't waste the paper. Just cut part of it. You can cut circle, square, it don't matter. But here, just a note. All the other one was thank you. This one is plain. I just stamp it with Early Espresso on crumb cake. Well, I cut with the decal. This one is completely plain. This one here, I color with watercolor pencil with the white. See how it's just bring things to life? And this one here, it's colored with watercolor pencil, but I had some color to it, not just white. So it's many things you can do with this lovely stamp, and not just, you know, the thank you. You can do different greeting and also just a spotlight. See how pretty it is, just a corner of it. It is beautiful. Did it all? Yeah. So very, you can do more than thank you card. That's my point. And also different technique with that. I hope you enjoyed that. And if you like what you see, give me that thumbs up. And all detail, I will have all those pictures, all of it, on my blog. Right below you get the direct link. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, happy stamping, my friend. Bye-bye for now.